I am at Hard Rock Hell on the Saturday and I'm with Trespass.
Hooray.
Hi.
Are we all?
Fabulous.
Just played?
Good. We
Yeah,
just
just
played,
played.
Yeah.
just played.
Crowd good?
Yeah. They
It
were
was.
actually,
Yeah.
They stuck with us and it built, you know. I mean, there's still quite a few people out there, despite the fact that we've been around since before the Stone Age, but, who didn't know who we were and hearing it for the first time.
Well,
So
some of them.
some of them were old diehards.
Yeah. The ones that knew who we were, you know. Well, in actual fact, the whole crowd by our more well-known songs were seriously into it, and I think the proper Trespass fans' reaction to the songs they knew helped the rest of the crowd, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Isn't it? It's an infectious thing, isn't it, when you're in a crowd, you know. But yeah, no, it's good fun.
Have you actually managed to see any other bands today or going to?
not
later?
really. We will later. Yeah, we're planning on
We really enjoyed
watching
UFO
Saxon.
last night. They were just great.
I don't really know who's on. Who's on?
Saxon, a faster Pussycat today?
We have got on the main stage Rock Goddess, Gun. I think they're on it.
Gun.
So, yeah, Gun,
They're
Rock
good.
Goddess,
Good songwriters. Gun. I
Faster
always
Pussycat
liked
and Saxon on the main stage,
right,
and
yeah.
then on the other stage we've got Colour of Noise, Picture Books, King Creature, Dendera, Lawless, Those Damn Crows, and Chase the Ace.
Yeah.
There's a few bands out there you can go in.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's quite nice with the two rooms being so close. You can
Yeah.
just run across the bit in the
Yeah,
middle
yeah.
and keep dry, fairly
Yeah,
dry,
yeah.
between seeing them all as well.
Stop at the bar in the middle on the way.
Yeah, well, yeah, that might lure you over. So where are you playing next after today?
Well, we're probably going to do some local stuff in East Anglia and where we live. And our next festival's not till next summer. It's Hard Rock. Headbangers Open Air in Germany,
Oh, right, okay.
which we have done before years ago, but it would be really great to get back there.
Yeah.
Germany's quite a good place for us. But you know, we're out to get as many shows as we can. So, but there may be others to come. You do have to plan ahead in the almost most ridiculous way, which isn't always easy for people, is it? You know, but you know, we'd like to do more shows. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we were saying when you know how it is. You come off stage and you pick out the bad bits rather than the good bits, and but basically, because we've only recently reformed,
Yeah.
and we probably what have we done 2, 3?
This is a third.
3 proper
Yeah.
gigs. We're not gonna get better live than we did today
Yeah.
until we're doing it regularly. You
Yes.
know, because
Yeah,
no matter how
same
much you
old.
rehearse,
Yeah.
you know, you get up on stage, it's completely
Completely different, yeah.
And if you do it once every 4 months, you're never gonna get
Yeah.
sort of as good as we know we can be live. We put on a good show. We're all happy with how we perform. We all made the odd mistake here and there, but until you start
Even the
doing
best
it,
do that.
oh yeah, but it's the sort of the individual sort of performances we sort of think sometimes, but you're never going to be happy with your individual performance until you're doing it every night, every week at least, you know. So we're looking forward to that. We're hoping that's going to be the case sometime soon.
So
Hopefully, all this media we're getting today will help with that.
It's a multi sort of approach really, because like the shows come from having something to promote and maybe having a label behind you and things like that. I mean, we're self-promoting at the moment, but I'm pretty confident we can get.
right, that was just my next question. Was going to be what are you doing recording-wise and happening from there?
Well, we've got a lot of new material coming through that I'm particularly excited about, but I think our ambition is to get an album of completely new material out by the summer.
Right. Okay.
And that is going to happen anyway, but of course if we can get... There are quite a few labels around now who specialise in this sort of music and who aren't necessarily looking for all their bands to be megastars instantly.
No.
I mean, there's people that just believe in this sort of music, you know, as much as we do, and they're doing their own part. And I do see other bands of a similar ilk to us getting signed. we're not talking about big money,
Oh, no,
but it's
no,
just
that's gone from the
Just a
old
little
days.
bit of help.
Yeah.
You know?
A little
Yeah.
support, a little bit of
Yeah.
press, all
Yeah.
helps to raise the profile of a band, and then ultimately it's down to the music, which
it.
obviously we have to be confident in.
That's it. Because the music industry has changed so much now. It's a lot of DIY by bands
Yeah.
for themselves now.
Yeah.
And it's good in a way where before they would have had to go everywhere. They can now sort of do things and they get funding from different ways as well to help support them. But as they've said in the past, it's trying to get from the bottom stage where they get playing different places and doing well. How do you get to the next big stage? Because there's not the money for the support.
Well, live venues are closing hand over fist as well, aren't they? I mean, when we were gigging before, you had your sort of marquee club circuit, and then you had slightly smaller venues below that, and pubs.
Yeah.
Really got that now. It's the venues, live venues are closing. I mean, it's not all doom and gloom,
No.
but I think, I think there's two sections to the industry, aren't there? There's the actual creators who make the music, and then there's a whole web going out from them, press, and record companies, and tours. And somebody was saying to us earlier today how the old sort of the real big old bands like Sabbath and people like that are still the big draws. They're still holding their own. It's quite incredible. And in a way, that's not so much the Sabbaths and the Metallicas that are doing that. It's the people that are trying to make money from the music.
Yeah.
Look at who they're not going to put on a load of unknown bands, and yet in some ways that's
That's detrimental. Because
if you want another Black Sabbath for the future, where are they going
where
to
they're going to come from? That's what we've
You know.
said for quite a while. That there's this, but there's no support from here. There's a big gap in the middle for those people to be the next lot.
See, we're not even in that category because we're from the new wave of British heavy metal.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the new wave of British heavy metal should be long forgotten in the face of a tidal wave of new British heavy metal, shouldn't it? I mean, why is there?
Saxon headliner tonight.
Yeah.
And we got I mean, it's quite. There's a phenomenon going on there, and I don't know. Maybe it's the X Factor type attitude of the kids or whatever.
That's
and they
another
don't,
thing.
They don't
Yeah.
see actually being in a band and working hard and developing their music. It's all shortcutting all the time.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that, but you can just go here,
Without any talent.
Oh
Most
yeah.
of the time.
Yeah, that is the problem with reality TV. It gives people a false idea of what the music industry is all about, but it is, from a lot of young bands we speak to as well, it's hard work and it's travelling and you're paying out all the time. If they don't have to sell a t-shirt so they can get some petrol home, that's the reality of it. It's not glamour like you see everywhere else. Like, people have this imagine that, oh, you go to rock shows, this is great, and you have these big plush rooms that you're in. No.
We've been in some interesting rooms, I can tell you that. God of hell. God. It was a Suffolk saying, God of hell. But I mean, and the reality is that you have to work hard. But I guess, in the venue, people that own the venues. I mean, it's got to sort of, and also the government. The music industry in Britain brings the government in the most incredible amount of money in taxes. I mean, it's one of our most successful exports. It's quite incredible that there isn't more funding and support for British music in general.
You see, the impression I get is, and I don't know whether it's right or wrong because I don't come to enough of these sort of things. But
it's going to change, though.
But this sort of audience is probably one of the most appreciative audiences.
And the most patient.
There is.
And the most likely to give you a break.
So they will appreciate good young bands who trying to break through. If they're good, they'll appreciate them. Yeah. And it's not as if they're going to go down like a lead brick sort of, and therefore not make the sort of organisers money and stuff like that, because the punters will get behind good bands, whoever they are, however young or old they are. It's Why doesn't it happen?
Maybe some of the real big bands should be looking to this as something that they
Give the
should do.
support.
I mean, Sabbath are going to headline a big festival, or Metallica, or Priest, or somebody like that. They should be saying, right, you want us to play this festival? We want to have 6 unknown
Yeah.
bands.
Yeah.
We'll give them a
Well,
slot.
when we play, we're
So
going to
he's
be
done
doing.
bands
Yeah.
too.
We're
Yeah.
hoping to do a sort of reasonably largish gig in Ipswich, near where we come from, in the new year. And the bass player isn't here. He owns a studio
Yeah.
where we do our recording, and he gets to see and record lots of young bands. And when we play that, we're going to have at least a couple
Yeah.
of young
Yeah,
bands
it's
playing
really
with us.
important.
It
you know.
is, yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be support from all levels.
Mm.
You know, that's the way it's got to work. It's from the top down to support each other. It works both ways, I think.
I mean, the Trespass
Of course, we
story.
won't give them any money, but
No, I mean,
Yeah,
probably,
but
they'll
it's
probably
the-
beat them up and steal their guitars afterwards. But the, for Trespass, because for Trespass, for me personally, one of the things that's always frustrated us is we came so close, and it was really. Obviously, we've got to take some responsibility for it, but the way the industry works didn't help us at all.
Yeah.
And where we went wrong was that we didn't make an album. I mean, I saw, friends, contemporary bands like White Spirit, and that weren't, in my view, they weren't quite the same sort of band as Trespass. But all the labels went out during the new wave of British heavy metal and tried to sign a band.
Yeah.
How we managed not to get signed, I don't know, but I think if we'd got an album out in 80 or 81, I think we would have done all right.
But we've got it now. We've got it now, and it's available on iTunes, Spotify,
Napster and all the
Yeah.
you know.
outlets.
Plus, some of our old stuff is as well. We've got it all up
So
online.
these are fresh, new recordings with a consistent sound and a consistent lineup
Yeah.
of our classic songs that we've chosen.
The album that should have been,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
So,
And at the same time, it's a bit of a greatest hits, even though none of them are.
But people will
anyway.
remember.
Yeah.
They will.
People
They
will
will remember. Them, yeah.
And it's quite interesting because with this sort of metal music, you find it's generations. It's the grandparents, parents, children, all the way through come to these shows. I've seen some amazing shows where there've been little kids with their earphones on, rocking out at front of stages, and that is, to me, is truly
it's amazing, isn't it?
inspirational.
yeah, absolutely.
This guy did say to me earlier on, he says, Storm Child, he says, it's such a fantastic song. He said, when I bought that, he said, I played it every day, he said, for months and months. And he said, it's down in one of my favourite heavy rock songs of all time. He said, I came here today especially to hear you play that.
Yeah.
Well, we had
That's
that
great, isn't it?
when we
Big thing,
played
it's a big-
Brofest
Yeah.
back in February. There were fans, Trespass fans that had come from Greece, all over Europe. Even was it Chile? Chile? It wasn't Brazil. A Brazilian guy couldn't make it in the end, but there's a guy from Chile, and they were coming up to us afterwards saying, "You've made my life. I've waited 35 years to see Trespass play one of these days." And
Yeah. Dedication,
That's very, that's why we're doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, we are a new wave of British heavy metal legends. Trespass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
As in, no one's ever seen us play. As if we've almost become a legend. We're like Bigfoot,
Brilliant.
Except we do exist.
I also asked a random question. Marmite, love it or hate it?
Hate it.
Love it.
I like mine with peanut butter.
I haven't tried that one.
It's very nice.
Love it.
Honestly,
Fantastic.
bit of Marmite on the toast.
Marmite
first.
sandwiches all round then.
Well, you
That's
know
on
what?
top.
You know
Honestly,
what?
it's really
Yeah.
delicious.
Marmite with cheese on toast.
But it's best to
flavour
use
of
the peanut
Marmite.
butter that hasn't got too much salt or sugar in it, because there's a lot of salt in the Marmite. So.
Yeah.
The flavour of Marmite, crisps, nuts, anything like that, those flavoured crisps and nuts.
Yeah.
brilliant.
Marmite
the
nuts.
brown slime, well, let's
The
not
other
talk
reason I
about the
like
toilets
Marmite
again.
is it's a byproduct of the brewing industry, everybody.
Yes, it is, indeed. And on about brewing, would you like to see your names on like a beer, like you've got Iron Maiden Trooper or something like that? Would you like your own beer?
Yeah.
Yeah, Storm Child Bitter.
Yeah.
That sounds quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Pile Driver Bitter from the Quo one.
Yeah.
Pile driver bitter, although I like the sound of it, I do like Quo. It sounds like it might, make you run to the toilet.
A few
It
times.
does a bit. It does a
The
bit.
Storm Child bitter, yeah, I like the sound of that. Come
Let's
on,
go and find your local brewery.
We've got to find a local brewery and get
Yeah.
that, haven't we?
Yeah, that'd be excellent.
Okay.
Yeah.
May cause wind. Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's funny how it is products and things are spilling over, aren't they? Into
Yes,
different,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, look at Kiss. I mean, they now
Oh,
have
wow,
their
yeah.
name on
They've got-
everything,
they've got it.
from
They've even got their name on the old-
condoms, pregnancy kits, baby stummies. What
Coffins.
else?
Coffins.
Yeah. What else?
My
Yeah.
favourite Kiss.
Yeah.
Kiss
Yeah.
coffin.
Yeah.
They've sold hundreds.
Yeah.
There's people laying in the ground now in their Kiss coffin.
What would you like to see your name on? What product could you see a testament name on? No. Kiss.
Well, of course, we have got Trespass on quite a lot of stuff, but it's...
Yeah, they
you
said
know,
do not though.
But it is an hour, isn't it? Yeah, it's just do not, yeah.
About
And of
waterproof
course,
clothing.
people say it in,
Yes.
in the Lord's Prayer every day as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Without really meaning to. But,
A guitar.
Trespass guitar.
Yeah.
I think it could be.
Well, yeah. If you're going to get something free from it, then
Yeah,
maybe
a brand of razor wire or something
So,
nice like that. You know,
goes with the other bit.
A security camera.
yeah, man traps.
Bran flakes, Trespass bran flakes, keeps you regular.
Trespass man flakes.
Bran flakes, yeah.
Invade your gut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, certainly. But I think beer sounds good.
Yes,
You
yeah.
can start something off.
Right.
In fact, when we go back to Suffolk, we're going to go there. There's plenty of microbreweries
Yeah.
around our way. I reckon we can do something
Yeah,
with that.
yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I can
Just
see
to
the
see it
label
out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
See it out
It needs
there.
to be 5% plus, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it has
Can't
to
be
be.
any old watery
No,
stuff.
no. It's got to be a good, strong one. When that people see the label, taste it, and think, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Trespass
well,
5%.
Storm Child.
yeah.
You heard it here first.
Excellent. And with all the news of happening in Paris yesterday, and with metal music and everything else, we've had the thought that just to show we're metal people, we're rock people, and first and foremost comes the music. So don't stop going to these things, just go and show your respect
Absolutely.
and support.
Yeah, and we did dedicate a new song called "Be Brave"
Yeah.
Yeah.
to people.
But it's personal now, isn't it? You know, it's like you hear about all these things and whatever, and you think, oh, that's terrible, blah, 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 but it doesn't really affect you most of the time. But when you hear something like this, a rock club, rock fans and stuff, it becomes more personal. And like I was saying earlier on, why are they picking on the rock fans? You know,
You won't find
Rock-
a nicer bunch of
you
people.
won't-
No,
will
you
you?
won't.
They never any
won't.
trouble.
They just were after a crowd, I should imagine.
Yes.
And that was
And
what was going on at the time.
and
They
the
picked
music
today, didn't they? They picked
maybe
today.
the
They
type
knew
of music
that
they're
was
playing.
happening.
Yeah.
was it? I don't really know the band.
They were metal bands. Yeah. So,
Were they anti anything?
I'm not quite
No, it's
sure.
nothing to do with
Nothing,
it.
no.
I mean, the thing is, it's the freedom to be able to speak out about what you want, what you believe in. You know, is one of our absolute, is cast in stone, isn't it?
Yeah.
We want that. And like you say, a rock crowd is like you feel totally safe. And
Absolutely.
and my girl-
Everybody looks after each other.
I've got a new girlfriend who isn't really experienced, but I mean, you can feel completely safe and
Yeah.
comfortable, and yet the image, the long hair, the
Yeah,
leathers,
yeah.
you know, it might not necessarily to somebody looking in from outside seem savoury, but
It can be a
actually they're the
best
best
frightening,
people.
can it? So
They're the best
how some
people.
of them are dressed up, as opposed to some people might.
And
be a
they're
bit-
saying that metal fans raise so much money for charities and other things they do and support things more than
Absolutely,
a lot of other
There's the people in
people.
suits you've got to watch
bikers
out
as well,
for.
and
Yeah.
it crosses over into bikers and
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, the whole thing.
fans.
Yeah, it does.
But it won't stop anybody, I'm sure of that.
No.
Carrying on.
Right.
Never let something like that
I'm
be.
thinking of burning my suits.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to ask a random question. We're going to have to do it. Two of you will have to do it. No, I've got a bit. Yeah. Two of you have to do it together, and the other one have it individually. So you need to choose A, B, and C. So who wants to be together? You two or you two?
Me and Jason.
You do it. So you can have. Would you want A, B, or C? You two.
Go for A, mate. Sure.
A, B, or C? Which ones
I'll
do you
be
want?
C.
And you'll be B. Well, we'll do A first.
You be B.
It's the zombie apocalypse. The zombies are outside, and you're in a building, and
Yeah.
all the zombies are there. Who in the band would die first, and who would live the longest?
Right.
You're allowed to confer.
I'd probably go out.
Are the
and
zombies
fight.
more interested in actually eating people? Because obviously,
Yes.
Well, that's what they do.
the one
isn't
with
it?
the most meat on it would probably get eaten
Human
first.
zombies.
Yes,
Yeah.
not animal. Yeah.
I'd like to go out with a bat and just go and have a fight with them, really.
Yeah.
So I may
yeah.
die first.
Yeah, in the front line. You're
Yeah.
Jason in the front, even though he's
Yeah,
up
yeah.
the back on stage.
I need to be at the front.
When it comes to the zombies, I think probably Jason would be in the front row
I'd quite enjoy-
with his studded baseball bat.
Pretty handy with a chainsaw.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah,
chainsaws. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
there you
I'll
go.
take a chainsaw.
Jason is a chainsaw expert.
Right. Okay.
Juggle on it.
So who would live the longest?
Well, I'm a pretty fast runner still, even after all these years. I don't know. It's one of those things, isn't it? I mean, if the whole world was turning zombie, I suppose you might as well be a zombie, mightn't you?
Well, it's going to happen anyway. So.
What's the point?
But
of
we're all
it?
going to die. It's just the last
We'd all
one,
go
two
out.
guys that you'll
Well,
say.
you
I'd like
might
to think we'd
survive,
all
you
go
don't
out
know,
together,
do you?
you know. We'd all just
Yeah.
say, right, come on, boys.
Right.
And then we'd send Jason in all in the
Yeah.
opposite direction.
Yeah, I'll go with a couple of swords and
Follow Jason.
Right. Okay.
carve away.
Who had B?
I'll be B.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. You've made it, guys.
Roll a couple of bottles of Storm Cold out, and they'd be happy with that, wouldn't they?
You've made it, guys. You're on this private jet going to a gig, really happy, and everything's great. And then something happens to the pilot, and it starts to go down. You have one parachute, and then you find another. Who in the band would you save?
I'd just hold it up and let them fight over themselves. It can't be asked.
No, you got to pick one.
arguments.
You got to pick one. That's
Whoever's
not a
closest,
problem.
really. Depends. Who am I sitting to on the plane?
I don't
there
know,
we
that's
go.
up to you.
If I'm sitting next to Dave, it'll be Dave. If I'm sitting next to Mark, it'll be Mark. If I'm sitting next to Jason, it'll be Dave.
Well, no, this is your question to
Yeah.
answer, Paul. I was going to say it's the people that have got kids, I suppose. I mean,
Oh, there's no time for thinking about that nonsense.
you know, no one's going to miss you, are
The
they?
plane's going down. We haven't got time to think about that.
You know.
All you've got time for in these
You've got-
circumstances is
Tie
grab
the
the
two-
I think you
parachute,
probably
get the
you
toy
have to
horse.
sacrifice. If you're going to sacrifice something, you'd have to sacrifice the rhythm section.
Right, come on, ask me mine.
Because they
I'm
can
going to be
all-
totally
all the
honest. These
shoots
guys
together.
aren't capable
Okay.
of being totally honest.
Right. So you
Right.
want yours, okay? As a band, you do a lottery syndicate. You know, put money in each week. The rest of the band runs in. Our numbers are up. We won. Brilliant. We've got all this money, but you've forgotten to put the money on the ticket. What would you say to the guys?
Sorry, guys, I forgot to put the money on the ticket.
Oh, never mind, Dave. Maybe next week.
We'll carry on working.
Is this when the zombies come in?
So hang on, has this happened before we're on the
15
plane?
bottles of
No,
Storm
this is all
Child.
individually.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So you tell them, and they'd be fine with that.
I would, because whatever
Honesty is the
you
best
tell them,
policy.
whatever you tell them, you're not going to get away with
No.
it.
Right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for
Thank
giving me
you.
some of your time. It's been a really interesting conversation. I've
Thank you
enjoyed it
very much.
immensely.
Yeah,
Thank you
you
very
too.
much.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
But
right.
you've given us a real idea with this beer. We're
Oh,
going to do
excellent.
it. We're going to do it.
Fantastic.
Storm